Hi, I'm Cody.
And I'm Charlie.
And this week's episode of WX4 features
Kimberly Morgan. You know Perry Farrell wrote a song about her. Kimberly Morgan. Oh, Kimberly Morgan.
Kimberly Austin, but I'm sure she'll be just as flattered.
Shh. Morgan. We're sticking with what I said.
It's coming for me, 'cause I've come without my master. You go much faster when you're coming for me. Run away, gonna kick us out of town.
Welcome,
Hi.
Kimberly.
Thank you. Great to be here. Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, so we are not going to pick just a pedal today. We're going to pick some gear. What do we have, Charlie? What's going on?
Mini twin. Battery operated, works great on a car trip. Mediocre tambourine.
Mediocre?
Yes, because the red one on the other room is so much better. That's a very dead mediocre. That is a great reverb pedal. And that would be like a la Axl Rose era wireless microphone. I'm talking mid-90s wireless.
What do you pick?
Although I identify with missing a few pieces, like this here tambourine, I am a singer and an Axl Rose fan, so I'll go with the microphone.
Awesome. Here.
I want to hold it.
Yeah, definitely. This is your question.
Okay. Do you play your songs with a band ever? Yes, I have had 2 bands. The first band was, historically, if you start back in college, 20 years ago or more, I played with a band of guys that were in my boyfriend's fraternity. They had a singer at the time named Catwoman, and she graduated and left, and so they brought me on, and we sang and performed around Ithaca, New York for a while. And for some reason, the name of the band is escaping me because it wasn't. I don't think anybody would remember it anyway.
Right.
And then I played with a band called Kimberly Morgan and the Ever Lovin' Band, which was made up of Adam and Wendy Music and Chuck Bradburn from Southern Bitch, and then my ex-husband Brad Morgan from Drive By Truckers. And we played country songs, mainly right around here in Athens, Georgia. And we recorded an album at David Barbie's studio at Chase Park, but we never released it. So you may never hear it. It wasn't, it was good. It just wasn't, it's a little dated now, I think.
Okay.
And then I played with Scott and Pam Baxendale.
Right.
And we called ourselves the Morgandales.
The Morgandales.
Morgandales.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So you have played your songs with a band, but you
don't keep a band and rehearse weekly and that kind of stuff.
Not any longer.
You've done that, though.
Done that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you still write, though? Or are you
I do still
currently
write. I'm in a little of a slow period for that.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of
too.
partial songs and a lot of ideas, and I keep a notebook in my purse, and I just write down when I think of a hook or a concept, and hopefully I'll get back to it.
And you write on what? Guitar?
I write on guitar.
On guitar?
Yeah.
Only? Or do you play other stuff? You play piano?
I do play a little piano and I play a little banjo, but mostly I write the song in my head and then I go get the guitar and see if I can play it. And that sometimes my skill level is such that might change the song a little bit.
When did you pick up guitar?
When I was 16,
16.
My dad gave me one and he drew CF and G on a piece of paper and gave me that piece of paper, and that's the only guitar lesson I ever had.
Hey, that's all you need really to write a song.
Yeah.
And that'll get you through it. So did you start writing songs immediately as soon as you got that going, or?
I did. I would say I wrote my first real song that was actually recorded when I was 17. Mostly I learned Dolly Parton songs and embarrassedly Jimmy Buffett songs because that was what was cool then for a 16-year-old girl. But yeah.
Okay. Jimmy Buffett was cool for a 16-year-old girl?
I mean, my boyfriend liked it.
Okay, there it is. That's right.
I had a friend that like grew up with Jimmy Buffett, and once in a while Jimmy Buffett would be at my friend's house because he he drove some like 50s Thunderbird. It was in the 80s.
Are you from Cincinnati?
No, Pensacola, Florida.
Oh, okay. There you go.
What inspires you to write, and what do you end up writing about usually?
I feel like that's changing. Historically, I've written about heartbreak and love and good times, bad times,
Right.
just
Well,
really
what's it changing
personal.
into now?
I think I have written some songs about global issues, but I feel like I have, I'm an older person now. I have a lot more depth and a lot more understanding of the world around me. So I feel like historically I did not write about things I didn't feel I knew a whole lot about. And so now I feel like I'm a little...
more in tune with it?
Well, just... I have a better perspective, and I feel like my perspective is valid, where, when I was younger, I may not have felt as brave to say what I really felt or thought.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So Scott Baxendale played with you today.
He did.
How did that come about? Did you just call him up and say, "Hey, will you play with me?"
I did, because we used to play in a band together, and occasionally we spend some time together socially, he and his wife Pamela. And, when you asked if I wanted to come on, I called him and said, I haven't played in a long time. I'm not sure about if I'm ready to do this right now, but would you come practice with me and do it with me? And he did, and I'm so grateful and glad. They ended up staying at our house for about a week, and we just would hang out by the fire outside, and it came back like it was yesterday, even though it had been a few years.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, you were telling me earlier that you were on the AthFest 2008 CD.
I think it might have been 07.
07?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
What song made that?
That song was called Glory,
Glory.
and it's sort of a bluegrass tune about a girl who gets dumped by her husband or what have you that she's had since she was young, but she's gotten older, and he went with a younger woman, and she's teasing him about it a little bit.
Nice. I'm pretty sure all that stuff's on Spotify. If you guys want to go look at that, check it out. You got a show and tell item today. Let's go into show and tell. Let's see what we got.
Today I have a Baxendale Harmony Rebuild. This one is a Melody Ranch guitar that was put out by the Sears and Roebuck's people, I think, 40s, 50s. Forgot 50s, which year this was.
Probably 50s.
Yeah, and what Scott does is he takes them apart, rebuilds the interior, retunes the neck, and makes it play like butter. And I love it. It goes everywhere with me. It's small. It fits in the overhead bin in the in the airplane.
Yeah, it's
so
got
this has been all over the place.
He told me the reason. I mean, they use Brazilian rosewood, just like a real Martin.
Yes.
It's all these really endangered road, and he's just taking these really great woods that were put together wrong, and he puts together right.
Right. And they sound amazing. They have a lot of volume, a lot of texture, a lot of warmth.
This
Remember he
artwork
said it's all about the guts of the acoustic. He's just rearranging the guts to make it.
Right.
Which,
I wish I could show you inside.
because this was no one.
It was a toy.
No one cared about these guitars,
Right.
but then wait a minute.
What's this say?
It's got really good wood.
It's a Gene Autry version of that guitar, which they say this is the guitar that George Jones first played and learned to play on.
He probably got a Gene Autry for Christmas.
Yeah,
or something,
from the Sears catalog.
From Sears.
And you can hear that.
What a great item.
In the recording.
That's great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much
Thank
for coming up here,
you.
Kimberly.
Great, thank you. I really enjoyed it.
Is there anything that you want to let them know about the song Kick Us, which is about to be heard?
Well, this song was actually written, it's not a personal song. It was written about a story I heard on one of those mystery forensic file type shows about this couple who I guess they killed the girl's parents and they ran away to California together. To Northern
Nice.
California.
I
ran away.
literally have a song. Have you ever seen Joe Kenda?
Nope.
It's a show on ID channel, and it's
Yeah.
almost just like that. And I have a song called Alibi, that's written over a similar situation.
I think they redid that situation on several of the shows. So it was interesting.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank y'all for watching. Up next is Kimberly Morgan's performance of Kick Us. Go to our YouTube page, and you'll be able to hear the 2 other songs, which were what do you?
Love songs were written for other women.
Right.
And it's a surprise.
Next week, same place, same time.
Well, I creep to your window. The moon is so low, it's covering for me. 'Cause I've come without my master. You go much faster when you're coming for me. Run away, gonna kick us out of town when they find out anyway. Gonna kick us out of town when they find out. They're gonna kick us out of town when they find out. They're gonna kick us, kick us, kick us, kick us, kick us out of town when they find out. Now I know a place in California, yeah, it was made for you. Make it work for me, hey. And we'll go take the world by storm, boy. We'll make it our own world. Make it work for me, hey. Run away, gonna kick us out of town when they find out anyway. Gonna kick us out of town when they find out. They're gonna kick us out of town when they find out. They're gonna kick us, kick us, kick us, kick us, kick us out of town when they find out. Don't worry about those friends you made. Don't worry, they're gone. Don't worry about those plans you made. Oh, yesterday's gone. Run away, gonna kick us out of town when they find out anyway. Out of town when they find out. They're gonna kick us out of town when they find out. They're gonna kick us, kick us, kick us, kick us, kick us out of town when they find out.